Bu da çok güzel bir şey. Dude, run! What a beautiful view here. We are in Turkey right now. The place, I would say, is North Asian and near Ayvalık. It's 25 kilometers here, and between Kaz Mountains. Like here, you could say, like area is Ören, Balıkesir, Burhaniye, Ören. Dude, run! Good boy. Dude, come here, move. This is my mate. He's just 10 years old. They've just made so many tests over his, like organs and blood tests, so to say, biochemical and hemogram. I believe so. It looks he has like, as he's like 6 years old, It just made me very happy. Like they told me that he was born 21st of June. Then I've adopted him like 4th of July 2015. So when he was just like 2 weeks, I just adopted him from some Mexican guy. I don't know if like I was staying in my garden, Chula Vista. It's not so far away from Mexico. There was a guy, he just came up. I was in garden, in the background there was fireworks and so. He just came at the dog and told me that like he has to go somewhere, and so like Dude, my dog's name, he had a brother or sister. He told me that like he just gave them all to some people. He was the last that like he has left. And 10 years ago, yeah, so to say I've got him. After I have adopted him, the house was for students, and the landlords told me that like you've got to live with the dog, you cannot live here. Anyways, I just have been like, I just looked so many houses. I was student there. I had no financial craft. Okay, and in the end I couldn't find a house, so just like I decided to buy a shelter tent. And I had a car also at that time. BMW was a 2000. It was a great car. Like I just like instead of giving him away, I just like decided to have him like in my life. Okay, then we couldn't find a house, so we lived there like approximately 1 year in California state. We've been all over San Francisco, San Diego. Of course, we were homeless. I was just like I was doing some jobs like transporters, like taking care of to move another home to another one for the people. They call it in Turkish amele. This is more than a word, Anyways, I'm proud of myself. I've just done my school over there. After 1 year that we've been living all over, just we came to the Turkey. After 3 months, after 3 months stay in Turkey, I had a plan already for the master degree. I just applied to Köln University for Master Business Administration. I've been accepted. I moved there. He just came with me. We've been living all over in Europe, France, Luxembourg. We've been in Belgium so long, mostly in Germany, of course. Yeah, we were there. I studied, I worked, I learned German. So like, if I could take the time back, I would just like all the time, in every possible dimension, I would choose to have him, even though that I know that I'm gonna be homeless. All right, tough days make us stronger. I know it's just like a proverb. I had a chance that like I haven't I haven't been in a like tragic situation. I had never been there. All right, there was a tough times, but we are here. Now we are in Turkey. I work for Germany Vodafone. Home office, of course. I live the area here. You see, there is great. There is just great. Just I think so much about philosophy all the time, all the time. It's not about to be smart. It's not about to be different. Like when I was even a very young child, like 10, 11 years old, I was just all the time asking, why is that? Like, if I look at the sky, it's very big, enormous, and the Carl Sagan, there is some, like you could call him philosopher, you could call him science man, but like he was all the time speaking about the universe, so stuff. At the same time, of course, not the later in my 18th or 19th, I just like the topic of the philosophy, psychology just like took me in. Like then I never quit it, so I'm very happy. You see, like in human consciousness there is a thing, like I am not the only one. Oh dude, you feel so, brother. He knows that what I've done for him. Like I would done it that like 1,000 times in thousand another dimension, so to say. uh what was I saying? Like you cannot handle me if I'm your friend, you know. Like I'm socializing so much, more than much. So but the forest, far away from the social life, it's something like very special if you feel that, you know. Dude, okay, so about the animal law, I don't know, like when Nietzsche was crying, I believe that was in it. So when Friedrich Nietzsche's lay, like, you know, like he was in Torino, he saw a horse, and the man was just like, you know, hit him so that he could run faster. And just like Nietzsche at that time hugged the horse, cried. That was the last day that he was okay mentally. At least he wouldn't go to the, you know, the hospital for the brain problem, you know, psychology. What we were calling something like, in Turkish we call it tımarhane. So yeah, when I just like hear that, I feel it. You know, it doesn't matter. It was like he died at like 1900. So let's say it was 1880s. Like he just like hugged the horse and cry. Now we are right now in 2026. I'm not saying that I am the more merciful person in the planet. No, it must, like, you know, there is a conscience that like it says like it's something wrong, you know. Like have you ever felt that like dogs or like stray dogs, they cannot find a food, water, you see them, they're sick. Like if you have a conscience, you have to be disturbed from this scene, you know. You have to do something. It's my perspective of animals, something like that. Okay, I know, like as like a planet Earth, like 13.8 billion years ago, if we accept the, like if we are not accepting the parallel universe, let's say we are going with the project that like the only universe that we have right now, 13.8 billion years ago, it just happened. 2 trillion galaxies. In those galaxies, approximately 400,000 sun system, like a sun system, you know, stars. Can it, like the world, the planet Earth is a not star. It's a, like, you know, it's a planet that like orbiting around the sun. Dude, come over, baby. Move it, brother. It's something like, you know, I believe the sense of humor must be all the time in our lives. Like even though like a very hard situation and so, we have to laugh. We have to laugh and to cry. To cry is also very good axiom for the human body, I believe so. Because you just focus, you know, like all the tragedies, all the traumas that just like live in your body when you're crying. I feel so. Like I know that I'm not the only one who just feel that. Alright, like 13.8 billion years ago has happened. We are here in the planet Earth. Like there are some elements like nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, water, like, you know, those things just like make a service to, like, you know, to continue our life, to pursue our life. So as a brain, we are advanced to the all another living persons. I know that, but this is only for this planet. And sometimes I see so much like people are just like shocking, oh, there are UFOs, there are, you know, aliens, and so like why would be surprised, even though like accept that you believe in God, and other than the religions, and you say there are so enormous, like, you know, like presence, then how could I be the only important thing for the God? Like, you know, right now, before I tell you guys that there is a stone in California nearby Mission Valley. Right, I just said that. Right now, you just hear that. You know, now you know that there is a stone there. But before, I just told that there is a stone in California Mission Valley. Have you ever, like, you knew there was a stone there, like a special stone? No. We are just like a stone in Mission Valley. So if we say that we, like, you know, like, you cannot say that like we are the most important being in this planet. No, in this planet Earth, okay, with the brain, consciousness, conscious, we have a feeling, like and we know that we're gonna die. Like there was some speculation. It was saying that like we are like there are also living persons that feel the death, like they know they're gonna die. It was elephant, I believe so, but I'm not sure. I didn't research about it. All right, okay. So, and long walking in the forest, throughout the trees, with your dog. It is something that you cannot buy. Like even you have so much money, if you're not enjoying the time that you're just passing through it, there is no meaning to live. Like you gonna find every situation a bad version, like negative sides. So